Hello nerdy builders and fellow cosplayers. Today we're gonna make Captain Shinsui's Shikai from Bleach. Here are the list of supplies that you will need. The build amounts may differ person per person. First, you're gonna want to make a few sketches on the board itself. Make sure it is this shape. When sketching it out, you're gonna want to divide those pieces into threes. When making one sword, you're gonna want to make 3 layers, 1 layer in 2 halves, the second layer in threes. So each sword will have 3 layers. This will allow support and flexibility to the actual sword. Next, you're going to want to move into cutting. Make sure to take your time so that way when you clean up the edges, you won't do as much work. Be sure to use a sharp blade and do multiple cuts in the same section so you won't rip your foam board. Next, we're going to do the hand guards. Make sure to measure the handle. I did 2 layers for each hand guard. Make sure you test out the size before you move forward any more details that you want to add. I took a soldering iron to indent the design in the handguards to show more depth. Take the glue and glue the layers together. Be sure to make sure everything is aligned and allowed to dry. Make sure to clean up any edges to have a finished look in the end. I also took opportunity to glue the outside to seal in the foam so it won't be affected with the spray paint. Foam melts when it's touched by spray paint. Next, you glue your pieces together. Make sure they're aligned perfectly for less cleanup. After the glue was dried, I added clay in the center of the swords so it could add extra support. I sanded it down as smooth as possible. For the handles, I added a thin wood board for extra support so the handles won't be flimsy. The sword is top heavy, so the handles would have bent if I hadn't added these. I make sure to measure it at the appropriate size and I spray painted it silver. Next is painting. After spray painting the edge with silver, I went on over it with a matte black so that way the silver can stand out. After the paint completely dried, I put the final pieces of the sword together. And at the end I added red crimson tassels made of yarn. And now you're ready to combat hollows for the Soul Society.